We are all now being recorded.
Okay.
Where to start?
Sorry. It's like a boomerang. She will not go away. It's my lovely husband in the background. Sorry. Hi, lovely husband.
Okay.
I should have thought of this before we started. Sorry.
No worries. That's hilarious.
She's really into technology.
Yeah. Very cool.
Okay, I think we got her locked in now. Okay, sorry.
No worries. All right. Okay. So
are we tonight discussing the question, or are we just chit-chatting to see how Uvu works? What's the plan? Somebody lead the team, please.
Well, I think today was kind of a test of both the technology and also our subject. Was that correct?
Yeah, that was my understanding, that we were just going to test it out today. So otherwise, made myself look a little better if we were.
Oh yeah, me too. Does anyone have any ideas about the question or presentation or what they thought of in the chapter?
Well, I kind of did. I was thinking it would be nice if it were if we do use this format, if we could introduce ourselves and then identify our hometown where we're calling in from.
Okay.
And then launch, maybe identify a captain or a team leader to go over the question. And then maybe everybody can have 1 or 2 points, and we can go through those points in a predetermined way, and then let the conversation flow from that discussion. Just a suggestion?
Yes, so sort of more like a casual discussion as opposed to like a structured presentation, you're thinking?
Yes.
Yeah. Sure.
Yeah, I like that idea because the course is interpersonal communications.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I agree. Yeah, I think we can sort of script it as much as we can, just so that we can keep a flow. But as far as the nature of the discussion, I think it's nice to sort of have a very casual showcasing of interpersonal conversation or communication about the topic.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah, just as a change from just having it online kind of thing, and then it actually, I think it'll be unique just by the fact that we're using this medium.
Definitely. The only thing I noticed, I don't know if it's just my computer, that when we talk at the same time, you really can't hear anything. It looks really unorganized. So maybe having, like you said, a little bit of structure or script. And so that we can all sort of equally contribute as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, I think we'll have to wait for one person to finish completely and then the next person starts talking. I also noticed, we talked about that last time with Sheila and I think Linda and Sarah. When we move a little too fast, the image goes blurry or move slowly. And
digital breakup.
Yeah. And in terms of the question, it's a pretty common question. I think all of us can relate to it. So I agree we can do it in a casual way, but maybe keep in mind the points in the book because Fiona wants us to use it as a reference. So what I did was I answered the question, I typed it, and in a couple of points of my answer, I wrote down the text preference just so I can relate to it. I like the idea that you said, Sheila, and if we do it casually, Sharon might also join us. But the problem is we can't have more than 6 people in the group. I didn't realize there's 7 of us. She said on her last email that she doesn't feel comfortable talking, but if it's more of a casual conversation, she might consider it. But she doesn't have a mic yet, but she can get it. So I don't know how we want to do it. The other thing is, this recording of 6 of us here, I think we can do it tonight only. After tonight, we need credit for it. I mean, if it's not that much, I don't mind to get it because it's a neat way of doing the presentation.
Yeah.
But we'll have to see.
I don't mind. I was going to purchase some credits anyway, so that's not a big deal.
Mm-hmm. I'm fine with that too.
Yeah, me too.
Yes, me too.
Okay.
I had an idea. I was thinking, we're doing question number 3, is that right?
I think so. Yep.
Okay.
Yeah,
So what I was thinking is maybe we could have an introduction, and then if each of us wants to answer those questions about a particular way to communicate long distance, like maybe someone can use talk about the different programs and what you did to, maintain your friendship across the long distance. So it would give each of us a chance to talk about a different scenario. And then maybe what we could do for Sharon is we could record her voice, like her ideas, and you won't see her, but we'll have a recording of her piece.
That's a good idea.
I don't know if she wants to talk, because if she wants to talk and the issue is that she doesn't want to be seen, she can in Ubu. She doesn't have to use her webcam, and she can just use her mic.
And
Oh, I didn't know that she didn't want to talk.
well, she was feeling
She doesn't want to talk?
I think about putting herself on the internet.
Yeah, I think it's something that we can approach her with. At least I think from what I gathered from her email, if we were to sort of figure out what exactly we wanted to do and give her some sort of examples, and then she could extend her parameters to however way she feels most comfortable. I think if we can maybe approach it that way, she might be able to, give her some time to feel comfortable in regards to how she wants to participate.
Yeah, so give her a few options, and then she can decide what she feels best about. Or even if she doesn't want to participate in the conversation or be recorded, maybe she could be the one that posts it and does a little summary onto Moodle, so she's contributing to the group in another way and not necessarily through discussion. If she's more comfortable with that, I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
That's sort of what I was thinking too, Ashley.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was going to suggest just the same, having more in a group. I think she'd be very enthusiastic about doing that, because I know she likes to express herself with the written word more than anything. Mm-hmm. So for her to kind of post a discussion ahead of time and then summarize us in the posting, and then she can post the link so that others can just watch our discussion.
Yeah.
Well, what I was thinking too is, if we're talking about different forms of long distance communication, because she does favor the written word, maybe she could talk about, or her portion could be about the power of the written word and what it means to her to communicate in that form and why she prefers it. Sort of like writing a letter, that type of thing. That could be, she could maybe choose that, or we could give her, absolutely, yeah. That's a good idea. Okay.
So should we summarize what our presentation is going to be like, because I hear a couple of different ideas. So, Linda, you thought it would be good to have an introduction? I'm just jotting this down.
Yeah, I was thinking maybe just